Hey guys, it's Emily, your acupuncturist. I am back from the Integrative Fertility Symposium in Vancouver, and it was fantastic. I'm going to write up a blog about it later this week of my biggest takeaways, and that will be up on my website, so look out for that. My website is attainharmony.com. Hopefully you've been there. Maybe not. Maybe check it out now. But today I want to talk about unexplained infertility, why I don't like that diagnosis, and I want to offer up a different perspective. So imagine this. You've been trying to conceive for a year or more. It hasn't happened. You go into your gynecologist or your reproductive endocrinologist and they do blood work. They make sure your uterus is in the right place, the right size, the right shape. They make sure your fallopian tubes are open. They do a semen analysis on your partner, and they're like, we don't know. Everything's normal. We can do a round of Clomid with timed intercourse. We can do an IUI. We can do IVF. And that's really the situation I see happen over and over again with women that come into my office or couples that come into my office. And what I want to say is that unexplained infertility just means that testing has not found the cause of why you haven't conceived yet. It is not the full picture, and I want to offer up the perspective that unexplained infertility is rather under-explained infertility. So the tests will do, like I said, blood work, make sure your hormones are right, you're menstruating properly, you're ovulating, make sure your uterus is in good shape and your fallopian tubes are open, the sperm is normal and plentiful and moving properly. So those are the tests they'll do. I just wrote down a few of the things that are not taken into consideration with a diagnosis of unexplained infertility. Your micronutrient status. Do you have enough vitamins and minerals in your body? Is your diet adequate and in the right components? Are you eating at the appropriate times throughout the day to manage your blood sugar? Inflammation, so they might test your C-reactive protein and some other inflammatory markers in your blood. That's often not done. And even outside of that, there might be some subchronic inflammation in your body that's not taken into consideration. Do you think your body is going to want to make a baby if it's in a constant state of inflammation? Probably not. Sleep. This one's huge. They're not testing your sleep when you go in for a evaluation, and that is critical in both partners. Male and female partners have to get adequate sleep and good quality sleep. Problems in your relationship. If your boss hates you, if you feel like you're not doing good enough as a wife and a mother and an employee, if you got in a fight with your mom 6 months ago and you haven't spoken to her since then, if you're worried about money, all of these things, I call it your stress accumulation, and that's your physical, psychological, and environmental stress. Don't worry, I have a handy graphic. I just drew it and it's upside down, but I'll post a picture of it below so you can see what I mean by your stress accumulation. That is not taken into consideration when you get this diagnosis of unexplained infertility. And the last thing is what I call menstruation subtleties. So in Chinese medicine, we place a lot of emphasis on the quality of your menstrual blood, the quantity, the color, kind of the timing of the flow. In Western medicine, they just want to make sure it's there. So there's some subtleties in menstruation that we can really evaluate and improve in a diagnosis of unexplained infertility. So I want to offer up the perspective and start a conversation that rather than unexplained infertility, perhaps it's underexplained infertility, and there's a lot more we can investigate when you come at it from a holistic, whole person, everything about you matters perspective that we just don't get in Western medicine. So please let me know what comments you have. I'd love to hear some of your thoughts or experiences on the topic of unexplained infertility, and look for the blog later this week on my top takeaways from IFS. I'll see you later.